Bro, I can't hear you. Hold up. Goddamn. Are we good now? Okay, Gucci. Can you hear the music though? If you can hear the music, then that's good. Okay, great. And the audio for it is fine? Because the audio for that's fine, then you'll be able to hear the stream fine whenever it gets started. Fantastic. So Terry Yogurt himself is coming soon. All these children at school not going to be able to play Terry minute one. Got any song requests, Toxic? Where's Tracer? You know, I'm pretty sure. I didn't even mention her once yesterday. Wait a second. That's funny. I'm kind of glad we didn't, because then would have gotten into Overwatch. And that would have not been a good discussion. I'm hyped. I'm glad for it. Liberate Terry. What if we played Fatal Fury music? What is a good song? Because I don't know that soundtrack. Also, there's a reason I'm playing this theme. To get some good vibes going for Homeboy. Alright, you know what, actually? Let's go ahead. You're right, let's find Terry's theme. Terry Bogard theme, hold on. What's that sound like? This one's the most views, so I'm gonna go with this. Okay. Okay. I see you. I see you, Terry. Alright. It's very jazzy. Kinda, yeah. I mean, that's probably the point, to have Street Fighter vibes. There's a canon quote saying Terry just punches drums instead of using sticks. Come on! Come on! It's alright. Let me... Hold on. I'm going to get some good-ass, like, final countdown music. Hold up. Are we going to go... Are we going with excited or tension? Because I can do both. Okay. You know what? We're going to go with tension. You know why? Because I fucking love this song. This is so good. Looking at this guy, it's just... Why not play Phoenix Wright music? Exactly. That's what I'm playing, though. It's Confess the Truth from Spirit of Justice. All the Confess the Truth themes are so good. Can you believe Terry Bogard's going to be fighting Sand soon? I'm hungry. I want food. It's fine. Okay, this cocoa be hitting. Hold up. Alright. So. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. Full screen this. Last call. So does the stream look decent? Like, is my face cam in a good place? Fantastic. If Sakurai does the thing where he's like, the music is here, I'll go ahead and tell y'all. Make it a little smaller. Okay, hold up. I got you. How? Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm really not trying to show OBS, but we're going to be showing OBS. Haha. No, there we go. Y'all seen some editing action. There we go. Good, good. Okay, fuck off. How's this? Better? If it's not better, I don't really care. I'm just gonna... Okay, fantastic. So. I'm still just like... I just want Phoenix Wright, man. Ah, God damn it, hold on. There we go. Nice trim, thanks. Looking at him is just making me want Phoenix Wright more. I don't... So hope I don't pop off too hard at school. It's only Terry. So when's the stream starting, Nintendo? Mr. Sakurai. There we go. All right.
皆さんこんにちは。空の桜井
Hello
正宏
everyone,
で
this
す
is Masahiro Sakurai from Sora Limited. The Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game was recently honored with 5 awards at this year's Japan
Hey.
Game
達
Awards.
成する記録が出てしまいました。
It's
There's
received a
new-
great many awards on
Oh.
top of that as well.
He's
Each
flexing his
award is
trophies.
very meaningful to me, so I would like to take the opportunity to extend my thanks to all those who have voted and to all those who have supported us.
Hey.
Thank you so much. Without further ado, let's begin the presentation. First, we'll start
Oh
with what
boy.
the Neo Geo is. It refers to a 1990 video game console for use in arcades and at home, as well as to the name of the system itself. In 1990, the equivalent to the Super NES had only just released in Japan, so if you wanted to play arcade games at home before then, the only option was to play the less polished ports on the Nintendo Entertainment System. However, with the
He
Neo
said
Geo
less
system,
polished,
you could
hold
play
on.
the arcade versions of games at home with no drop in quality. 1990 was right around the year that I started working for a game company. Back then, Japan had rental services for arcade games. In other words, you could go to a rental store.
Oh,
rent
is
an
he gonna
arcade
go
game,
through his
take
story
it home,
about
and play it.
feeling bad for a couple?
After that, they were sold for home use, but a single game would cost about 30,000 yen.
I know what that means.
That's expensive.
Cool.
But if you think about it, compared to playing a game in the arcade 300 times at 100 yen per play, you're getting your money's worth. At the time, some people actually thought this was cheap. I mean, there really are people who've played games in the Super Smash Bros. Series 1,000 or even 10,000 times.
Ha! That's me.
Anyway, the MVS, as it was called then, was sold in various places, and for an arcade machine, it wasn't all that expensive. You could also get them on lease.
On lease, interesting.
That's why you'd end up seeing lots of candy stores having a Metal Slug cabinet. The home version of the Neo Geo came with this controller. Can you see? It has 4 buttons.
There's a reason
And
he's
this is the
bringing
actual
that part
console
up.
itself. Here is the reset button, and here you slot in the big game cartridge.
In order to play as Terry Bogard, you must have a Neo Geo
This is
controller.
the Neo Geo. Just kidding.
Oh.
Actually,
What?
this is the Neo Geo X, the
Ah.
portable version that was released afterward.
Wow. Trick ass shit.
You could also insert it into this docking station and play it as a home console. Beat Nintendo Switch to it.
I was about. Wait, yeah.
A portable, multi-purpose console. Updated iterations of past systems are emblematic of the Neo Geo. Next, let's talk about what Fatal Fury is. It released in 1991, the same year as Street Fighter II, but this one came later.
Jungle Japes. Oh no.
It launched after Street Fighter II.
It's gonna be banned.
Like
No.
many of the other fighters, Fatal Fury was often regarded as a title that was developed to capitalize on the popularity of Street Fighter II, but that's not really the case.
This music's pretty good.
Actually, both Street Fighter II and Fatal Fury were developed
So they
using
copied
the
the Neo
original
Geo,
Street
yeah.
Fighter as a foundation.
Don't tell him about the Neo Geo Pocket.
In fact, the development of Fatal Fury was started by one of the planners of Street Fighter. Did I just hear you say wow?
Wow.
This one is also a multiplayer-focused fighting game. In this story, someone named Jeff Bogard is killed by Geese Howard.
Imagine.
Geese Howard starts up a fighting tournament in Southtown, which he runs. To
Why?
avenge his father's death, Terry enters the tournament, which is known as King of Fighters. I mentioned the term King of Fighters, something you may have heard before. Yes, there's actually a popular series called The King of Fighters, and
Right.
that series was named after the fighting tournament within the world of Fatal Fury.
Oh, so Fatal Fury came first. I see.
And Terry Bogard, who is the protagonist of Fatal Fury, also appears in
Thanks
all
for
the games in the
explaining
King of
literally
Fighters
all of the
series
Sakurai.
as one
I
of
would
the
not
main
have cared
characters.
otherwise.
If you want to play a game from either of the Fatal Fury series or the King of Fighters series, many of them are available now on Nintendo Switch as part of the Arcade Archive series.
This is our
You may
reminder
not know
to
which
play
one to play
Xbox.
first, but my recommendation from the Fatal Fury series would be Fatal Fury Special. From the King of Fighters series, my recommendation would be the King of Fighters
He's
95.
really recommending.
But if you want to play a fighting game with all sorts of strategic elements, then I recommend the King of Fighters 98.
He's really recommending games out here.
Next, I'll give you some insight on Terry Bogard.
Alright.
Actually, this video was recorded about 1 month prior to its release. That's because we need to translate and edit videos like this one, and that takes time. The game
Now-
footage you see here is not from the final production
But
ROM,
why is
so
it
please
45
understand that there may
minutes,
be some
Mr.
elements
Sakurai?
that differ from the final game. Since we have the opportunity, I want to talk about Terry using a lot of SNK lingo, meaning in this discussion the younger generations may feel a little out of the loop.
Wow.
話をしようかなと思うんですけど
But there's
That's-
nothing to worry about.
Alright.
When we released the original Nintendo 64 version of Super Smash Bros., I was often asked, who is Samus?
Who was Samus?
Whether or not the character is fun to play as is more important than whether the character is new or old, or whether the character is recognizable to everyone.
今回は
I want to make sure I present Terry to you in such a way that you can fully understand his appeal. So thank you.
Wow.
Okay, let's begin.
Alright. I'm remembering that for later. Holy shit.
This is Terry Bogard in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. He's still wearing an outfit that reflects the era of his original game, but we did our best to make him look cool in a variety of ways. When he stands next to Ryu, it almost makes you wonder, is this really a Super Smash Bros. Game? Doesn't it? Just like Ryu, when you're playing one-on-one, he'll face the opponent. Actually, he always looks in the opponent's
Oh.
direction. Even if you move him
Someone
to a
mentioned
location
that.
behind the opponent, he'll quickly turn around, always keeping his focus on the opponent.
Someone mentioned that.
Let's talk about his moves. His neutral attacks are jab, body blow, and high kick.
それぞれ画廊
Each move is something familiar from the Fatal Fury series,
そして
and his dash is power charge.
Power chop!
これは
This is a move
Carry
you
chop.
can use in Real Bout, Fatal Fury Special, and others. In the original series, it was one of his special moves.
原作では
His tilt attacks are middle kick, rising upper, and under kick.
やっぱり
Compared to Ryu, his attack speed is slower.
スピードは
This is to match his original series.
それも原作と同じようになっています
Does it combo into itself?
Now for
Series?
smash attacks. First up, backspin kick.
That's Incineroar's.
This smash attack is the equivalent to his strong attack,
That is literally
but the motion
Incineroar's.
is even cooler than in his original series.
Alright.
Next, wild upper and slide kick. Both are from the original series. Then his midair moves. Jump, then chop. Jump, then kick. Jump, then backward kick.
そして、
And then somersault kick.
ただ
However, this somersault kick was not included in the original
Animations are
series.
so odd.
どうしても
But we needed a move to attack up,
で
so we created a new move.
Interesting.
そして、じゃ
Also, jump and then karate punch for a down air attack.
That's Ryu's. A
If
lot
you
of this is
successfully
kind of
pull
like
off a
Ryu's.
down air, it's possible to attack with a meteor effect, as you can see here. It's basically like Ryu's.
と
Next, I'll cover his throws. His forward throw is his familiar buster throw. His back throw is also buster throw.
そして
And his down throw
投げは
is neck breaker drop.
テリボガードってこんな技使ったっけ
In fact, he used it in the game Fatal Fury Wild Ambition.
ワイルドアンビションですね
I miss playing that game on Hyper Neo Geo 64.
そして、
And then, his up throw is grasping upper. This sort of dodge attack
And
can
all
be
his
performed
animations
after
are
a spot
just
dodge.
really. I don't
I
know.
mentioned dodge attack, and this actually does exist.
I don't hate it.
その場で、
I'm just like,
During a spot dodge, immediately press the button to counterattack.
what?
反撃を行うんですね
Oh no,
During a
that's
dodge attack,
toxic
your
as
upper
fuck.
body becomes invincible, so this kind
What?
of move gives you the advantage when you counterattack.
What?
次に必殺
Now for
技
special
説
attacks.
明です
So it's just an immediate out of shield option.
His neutral
Alright.
special, with just the B button, is
Power
power
away!
wave. Depending on how long you press the button, you'll use one of two types of special attacks, weak and strong. This one is weak
It
and
doesn't
kind of
seem
slow,
like he has
and this one is
command
strong.
inputs, but
Fast,
we'll
isn't it?
hold
For
on.
Ryu, in his original game, you used 3 buttons, so there were weak, medium, and strong attacks. For Terry Bogard, you could use 4 buttons in his original game, but there were only 2 buttons for punch. so that's why he only has 2 attack levels, weak and strong. This rule applies to all of his special attacks, so please keep that in mind.
Is that it?
By the way, the attack Power Wave is a move that shoots energy along the ground, but how does it look in the air? In his original game, you couldn't use this move in the air. This is how it looks now.
There. I
As
mentioned
of
that.
the
I
King of
mentioned
Fighters
that.
96,
It's
the
only.
Power Wave ability had
I
a
knew it.
shorter range, so we've recreated that version of the move. It's a useful move in midair and helps keep opponents
that
in
up.
check. Next, we have a special performed while holding in the direction of your opponent, Burning Knuckle.
Burn knuckle.
This move also has a weak and strong version, as well as a command input.
And there it is.
Like the Hadouken command
There it
input
is.
in Street Fighter II, you perform this command using the directional inputs, down, to the side, in the direction of your opponent, and then press the button. Doing so makes the move a bit stronger. This means that Burning Knuckle has 4 variations:
What?
weak without command input, and strong without command input. Weak with command input, and strong with command input.
Okay.
The strong version using the command input is of course the most powerful. You'll hear a noise when you input the command.
Burn knuckle.
And if you've succeeded, you might also notice some green mixed in with the flames. It may be slight, but there is a difference.
There we go.
A strong version with the command input really is strong, even capable of KOing opponents.
Oh boy.
It can be blocked, however, so be on the lookout for that. In such a case, you'll be left wide open.
Oh, you can't cross up though.
And this is a first for the Super Smash Bros. Series,
Dangerous is better.
but the side specials are split into 2 versions, a back special and a front special. That means there's one more side special than usual, Crack Shoot.
Oh,
This is a familiar move from his original game.
I see.
There's also a command input version. It's performed by using the directional buttons down to the back, followed by the A or B button.
It's so funny.
The command version can launch your opponent quite a bit further.
We're in a football stadium.
It creates a bit of an arc, so it can be used as an anti-air attack when your opponents try to hit you. At close range, if you happen
What's
to be
the
blocked by a
relevance
shield,
of a
it's
football
hard to be
stadium?
counterattacked because you'll pass through them. There's something I want you to remember. When you do a crack shoot off screen, this is how it will look.
All right.
Terry swings with his whole body when using Burning Knuckle and Crack Shoot, so it can be hard to recover. However,
Sounds
if you
is up
keep pressing backwards without inputting commands, you should be able to initiate Crack Shoot in the direction you're trying to recover. Let me show you one more time.
All right.
Do this, then continue to press backward,
I see. I see.
and then you can recover. If you press too quickly or input some commands, you'll fly right off the stage, so be careful. And this is his up special, Rising Tackle.
Okay.
It also has weak and strong
Wait, I know
versions,
that one.
each with differing heights.
Isn't it a multi-hit?
And did you notice that if you hold down briefly to charge, your whole body glows a little? In this case, your whole body will be invincible at the start.
What?
Either way, your legs will be invincible. Here's an example of this invincibility in action. With the standard Rising Tackle, I got completely wiped out when I threw myself at them.
Completely wiped out.
But with Rising Tackle's charged command version, you can't be hit at
God
this moment,
bless.
so you come out on top.
It is a multi-hit.
You can of course use Rising Tackle as a recovery as well.
Thanks.
Even after using Burning Knuckle or Crack Shoot, you can still use Rising Tackle. This is also very helpful when you're trying to
I
recover,
feel
so
like-
please keep that in mind.
I
His
get
down special
Bayo
is
vibes
Power
from that
Down.
upbeat. Power
An
down.
attack that rises and descends.
Ah.
This side, down, diagonally down command input is also known as the Shoryuken command.
So
If
I'm
you
not
can pull
going
it
to
off,
play this
you'll be
character because I
invincible
can't
at the
fucking
start of
do
the
that.
move.
Wait, is that a wall?
Also, you can hear a sound when it connects. but it might be tough to make out.
That's a wall.
Now,
What?
let's talk about canceling specials.
Oh.
I'd really like you to keep this in mind.
What?
First, if you use a special after attacking with a standard attack, the special won't come out until the move animation has finished.
Uh-huh.
That makes
As
sense, right?
Smash Brothers works.
But here's what happens if you cancel out of it. At this moment here, if you've successfully entered a special command input, the rest of the animation will be cancelled, allowing you to attack again immediately.
Oh.
I'll do that again.
And
Throw out a kick
there
left
it is. I was waiting
And
for
once
it.
your leg
How are they
extends,
gonna ruin this
you'll
fucking
perform the
character?
move.
Oh boy. So we're getting
Set it up
fucking
so that when you
turbo
attack,
mode with
you
Terry.
can go straight into a special. This
Oh
will increase
my
your
god.
offensive options. Please try this out. For example, neutral attack 1, 2,
And
color.
there it fucking
This is a bread and butter combo.
Alright.
Aside from that, you can also get Terry to fly out and attack in an M shape.
Uh-huh.
In his original game, you could only cancel attacks on the ground, but
Uh-huh.
in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate,
It was
it's
looking
possible to
normal at
cancel
first.
areas.
I'm not even gonna lie. I was
The types
Of
of aerial
course,
attacks that
there
you
it
can
is.
cancel are limited to things like neutral air attacks or down air attacks.
Oh my god.
But I think it would be wise to use these combos.
If
to
I couldn't
expand
play
your
this character
offensive
before,
options.
now is the time. I cannot now.
And at last, the
Soy
final
sauce
smash.
for geese.
His final smash begins with triple geyser.
Oh,
Terry will shoot 3 geysers straight forward.
interesting.
However, if you think that's all, you're very mistaken.
They're very mistaken. Ooh. Oh shit. Oh, we are in a fighting game, boys. Holy.
As you can see, if triple geyser connects,
Oh my
you'll follow
god.
up with power dunk and Buster Wolf.
Y'all saw that?
It's 3 moves in 1. It's a visually striking combo.
Oh my god, y'all saw that?
You may
We're
be
in a
wondering
fighting
what happened to
fucking
his
game.
original super special moves. Yes, they're here too.
What?
With the usual rules,
What?
when Terry's damage meter rises up to 100% or higher, and in stamina mode, when his
Oh my
overall
god, I
HP
thought it
drops
was
to
normal.
30% or less, you'll see this go icon at the bottom of the screen.
It's stamina mode. Oh.
At this point, if you enter the specific command,
Oh my fucking god.
you can initiate the power geyser.
It
you see
looked
here.
normal. He
The
looked
command
fine.
input is, if I borrow the way it's said in the original game,
And now we keep
Down.
adding.
angle down, side, angle down,
Oh.
forward.
Oh my fucking
Well,
god.
it's a bit complicated.
Yeah, it is.
Downward, then backward, then forward.
Oh my god,
You
son.
see? It
Power
isn't actually
geyser!
after all, so you get to control the direction of your punch.
Where's over
right
shit?
or left.
You better
In
say
that
over
case,
shit.
No matter which direction you're going,
Geyser!
you swap the right input
Come
and
on,
left input.
come on, say it. Over shit.
It's like this: downward, then backward, then forward, or down and then the opposite direction if that's forward. And then there's his other super special move,
He said it! Guys, he said it! Are you okay?
Buster Wolf. You can initiate this one by repeating the Hadouken command input twice.
Are
Down
you
to
okay?
Side, then down to side again.
He didn't say over
It can
shit,
be rather
but that's
difficult
fine.
to pull off moves using the original game's command inputs, but you can also use simplified command inputs. In the case of Power Geyser, remember this:
I'm liking this
down,
stuff.
side, down, forward. As long as you input the command
Power
down, to the
Geyser!
side, to the back,
Power geyser!
downward again, and then forward, you should be fine. In the case of Buster Wolf, it's simply down, side, down.
Are you
side.
okay? Oh, I love that. Wait.
That should be easier to remember.
I knew he was gonna have command input.
Even though the
God
command input is
damn it.
complex, it can still be blocked with ease. Since these moves can only be used when Terry has taken a lot of damage, you'll be in even more danger if your opponent blocks. So they're high risk and high return. Please
Yeah.
save them for when you really need to make a last-ditch effort.
Are you okay? Oh, that's gonna be
You
hyper
can use it
fun,
again and
actually.
again, but be careful. Your opponent may be able to predict your move and take action. Essentially, it's best to use it when it's least expected, or to cancel out of a
Bruh.
combo, like this.
Touchdown, holy shit.
For the taunts, I decided to
11th
match his
Street.
original game. His up taunt is "Hey, come on,
Come on, come on.
from the King of Fighters series.
Hey, come on, come on.
His down taunt spins his hat like in the Real
That's
Bout
me.
series. And his side taunt is "Stand Up" from Garo, Mark of the Wolves. I've demonstrated him using various special moves in the game so far, and you can hear his voice. Like that. We've incorporated both his longer remarks, like Power
Oh.
Wave, from older titles, and his shorter remarks, like Rock You, from newer titles.
Rock you. Fuck you.
And here are his color
Oh.
variations. There's a good variety of
See the
colors
classic one
available
there.
from across the series, and the cap design is slightly
Neo
different
Geo.
for each version. They're based on his original games, and we've also included some from the King of Fighters 14 and the anime series.
Alright. Terry!
He
Okay!
sometimes takes off his cap too. For example, it happens during his victory pose. His cap also blows away when he is defeated in
Oh,
stamina
that's
mode.
funny. Here we go. It's
The
been
stage is
20
called
minutes.
King of Fighters Stadium.
It's a football
It looks
stadium.
like one hardcore fighting coliseum.
It's a football stadium.
The text above the Jumbotron reads, King of Fighters,
Thanks.
without the. When we talk about a game title, we need the up front, but the name of the tournament in the game's story is just King of Fighters.
Thanks, Sakurai.
This is a
I
very
needed
unique
this
stage, and it
explained.
follows some rules that haven't existed in Super Smash Bros.
There are
Ultimate before.
walls, I noticed.
First, the edge is walled off.
Yeah.
In the Super Smash Bros. Series, you need to launch opponents off the stage. Here, however, the more damage a fighter has
So
accumulated,
we're like actually in a
the
fighting
more the
game.
wall will
What?
visually react when they're launched into it.
Holy
Can you
fuck.
see? Eventually,
Jesus
fighters will break
Christ!
right through the wall. There are fireworks in the background. Basically, this special feature allows you to KO an opponent only after they've accumulated enough damage.
Huh.
That way, you can enjoy the battle more like you would in a traditional fighting game. When you're close to the wall,
Bruh.
it's possible to be KO'd even when your damage is low. It's just like in regular stages. In the Real Bout Fatal Fury series, there was a feature in which the walls could be destroyed and players could suffer a ring out when they hit the wall. This isn't exactly the same, but we made it kind of similar to that. We hope you'll enjoy playing at this stage with all its special rules.
Are you okay? There it is.
By the way, there are guest characters in the background, right? Since we have the opportunity, I'd like to introduce them to you.
Alright. Oh my god, is he gonna go over the fucking lore of every single character that's
First
cameoed
up,
here?
Andy Bogard. He's the
Awesome.
adoptive brother of Terry Bogard. Both of them were adopted from an orphanage and raised by Jeff Bogard. However, while Terry's teacher was Jeff Bogard, Andy studied under Mai Shiranui's father. He uses the Koppoken fighting style.
Alright.
Joe Higashi. He's one of the three main characters from earlier games in the Fatal Fury series.
His hair
He's the
looks
only
fire.
one that doesn't have any connection to Geese Howard. He's a Muay Thai champion. Kung Fu Ru. He's the master of the Holy Fist of 8 Ways, and he also trained Jeff Bogard.
Uh-huh.
He can enlarge his body as well.
Cool.
Billy Kane. He's been in many Fatal Fury games since the first one, and he's the right-hand man of
10
Geese
minutes
Howard.
of Fatal
While he
Fury
appears in
lore.
the
I'm
first game,
sorry.
his costume is
I
based on his
joked about it.
appearances in King
I
of
don't
Fighters
want it.
97 onwards. You can't really see his back, but the no smoking symbol is definitely there.
The no smoking symbol?
Geese
Oh
Howard.
boy.
He's the big boss of Southtown,
Yes, sir.
and he's the rival of Terry Bogard.
Yes, sir.
Falling off of buildings is his thing.
Wow.
Rock Howard. His first appearance was Garo, Mark of the Wolves. He's the son of Geese Howard, and Terry actually raised him.
Is Iori gonna be
That
here?
means his appearance in this
the only
game
one I know.
at this age with that look doesn't
who's
really
the
jive with
Falcon
the
girl?
timeline, but Smash
her
is
name.
kind of like that to begin with, right? Kim Kapwan. He uses Taekwondo and considers himself a fighter for justice. His Ho'okyaku is very famous. Ryuji Yamazaki. His first appearance was in Fatal
Ryuji?
Fury 3, and he's a criminal.
Okay, why has he
known
got
as
the
Dark Broker.
Ryuji stance though?
He's very selfish and sadistic.
Uh-huh.
Blue Mary. Her first appearance was in Fatal Fury 3 too. She uses
God.
combat sambo,
Don't.
and she's a good drinking buddy of Terry's.
Oh. That's not
Those
allowed.
were the characters from the Fatal
That's
Fury
not allowed,
series,
this is
but from
rated E,
here
what the
on,
fuck?
let me introduce characters from other series. Athena Asamiya. She's a Psycho Soldier. Psycho
For
Soldier
real?
is a memorable game released around 1986, and it was the first title to feature a fully voiced theme song within the game. This epic song was also remixed for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and it was recorded in both Japanese and English.
Neat.
Music start.
Oh.
Kyo Kusanagi. He's the protagonist of the King of Fighters series, and he uses the ancient martial arts Kusanagi-ryu. Speaking of the protagonist, there are differences depending on which version you're talking about, like Orochi and Nest. Anyway, he is forever a school kid. Iori
There
Yagami.
he is.
Originally, he was introduced as Kyo Kusanagi's
Say
rival,
Yagami
but when I
backwards.
first saw this character in the game at the time, due to his look and attitude, I thought, whoever created this character must be a genius. Goro Daimon.
Bitch, who?
He's a judo gold medalist belonging to the Japanese team, and he likes to throw his
We are really getting fucking 10 minutes of
Chang Ho-han and Choi
SNK
Bong-gye.
lore.
One is an escaped convict,
What?
and the other is a slasher. They are currently undergoing rehabilitation under the previously mentioned Kim Kapwan,
I don't like these dudes.
Ralph Jones, and Clark Still.
Alright.
Originally, they were main characters in the Ikari Warriors series before Neo
Oh
Geo.
my god.
They
if
appeared
we're
as guests in
fucking-
the Metal Slug series too. Ryo Sakazaki,
Uh-huh.
the protagonist of Art of Fighting. The original Art of Fighting was released just before Fatal Fury 2. That means it was the first game
This
to
is
implement a
45
true
minutes
super special
because
move.
I'm hearing about
How could I not
fucking
include him?
SNK that I'm going to immediately forget
King.
after this.
Her first appearance was in Art of Fighting,
I'm
and she's a
gonna be
bouncer and
very
bodyguard.
upset.
She is a beautiful woman with an androgynous sense of style.
Uh-huh.
Next, Yuri Sakazaki. She was kidnapped in the first Art of Fighting game,
What a
but
shame.
after that, she trained hard and mastered Kyokugen Karate in just
What a
1 year.
shame.
In other words, she's a genius. So, as you can see,
That's
we've
it?
included
Okay.
many characters, a total of 20 characters.
I
You know, it's very cumbersome. I mean, it takes a lot of time. But so many people love each and every one of these characters,
I guess.
even outside the confines of their individual series. So we simply had to do our best by them. By the way, you may have noticed that a very important character from the Fatal Fury series was not included.
why is that, Chief?
Yes, Mai Shiranui. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is for good boys and girls of
Oh.
many different ages, so we decided not to. Please forgive us.
Wait, that's actually
Also,
funny. Wait, what?
My music features a variety of tracks.
It's for
and the
good
music
boys
that
and
plays
girls.
affects which
Oh my
special
god,
guest will
that's
appear.
holy shit. That's funny. Wait, what the fuck?
For example, there's a track called Pasta, and when the music
Pasta.
is playing, Andy Bogard will always appear.
Ah. That's
I
funny
hope you
as
look
fuck.
forward to that as well.
The Super Smash Brothers series is for good boys and girls, so we're not giving you my.
Okay, I'm done providing information, so now let's jump into some actual battles.
Okay. But I get it.
This time, I'm going to play the Terry route of Classic mode.
Spoilers.
On top of that, I want to try and hit the highest intensity level. Let's see if I can
my
get
God,
all the way up
am
to
I going
intensity
to watch him
9.9.
play fucking classic mode?
Honestly, playing the game in extreme difficulty while doing commentary is extremely hard. One or the other is doable, but doing both at once forces me to divide my attention. But that means I should do my best at both.
It's been
my
30
best.
minutes.
First,
Yeah.
this route is named
Rosetta
the King of Smash.
Zuko.
3 characters who have some sort of connection will appear as a set, a challenge that looks somehow familiar. Okay, the first intensity level is 5.0. That should be fine. All battles in Terry's route are stamina battles. This stage's special KO rule that I talked about earlier isn't the best match for stamina rules, but oh well. On his route, a lot of stages feel like they're from a traditional fighting game.
Hey, come on, come on.
Okay, I did it anyway. Of course, even in this mode, it's not impossible for me to try for a KO, but normally it'll be over before then. There. Done.
You burn knuckled it.
Looks like he's saying, give me something. Next, round 2. It's the
Oh
Legend
my
of Zelda team.
God.
Just because characters are in a team because of their similarities, that doesn't mean that they have to be from the same game.
Why is this one?
This is Let's Go to Seoul,
My
Tim
time
Kaplan's
is
team,
floating away.
and I've got it set up so that we don't move from the bottom of Prison Tower.
あとあれですね
It would be easiest to simply knock him off the screen, but I'm not going to do that, because it's not as fun to watch. Oops, I knocked him off. Over here.
Come on, come on.
It's gonna blow. Will he do it?
されてしまう
Alright. The boomerang's not coming back. And I can't go to the edge.
So, in the meantime.
Oh no!
Oh no.
The tables have turned. Cancelled it. He wears his cap backward when he does a power dunk.
I'm surprised you didn't mention that.
Now you could call this the giant stage. All the giants are lined up. Of course, the music track is Taku and Stepi. Of course, he says. You might wonder who Taku and Stepi are, but it seems like it means Tanaka and Kitamura. This track is from Fatal Fury 2. There's a giant wrestler named Big Bear, and this is his track. Regardless of the track name, it's a really famous hard rock song, so please give it a listen. The original song was called Yusha Raiden. There's that masked wrestler. Big Bear is his true identity. He's called Raiden.
Jesus Christ. He would have died otherwise.
Jump! I'm beginning to find the intensity quite tough. Round 4. The whole atmosphere is a little different than how it's been up until now, right? We've been to arena-style flat stages, but suddenly we're at a battlefield form stage.
Oh. Why
Oh,
did that break
there's
a
an item.
shield? Why did that break a shield? Did I miss
There's an
something? Why
arcade
did it
game
break a
series
shield?
called Athena, and this stage uses that as a motif. Oh, he's metal. Now that I'm thinking about it, I suppose both Lady Palutena and the Athena games were possibly an homage to the Athena of Greek mythology. Plus, I wanted to do something where two characters who are similar or have similar abilities are together. It's a nice Kyokugenryu team.
Oh, what?
If I let my guard down, I'll easily be defeated, so I need to pay attention. Not bad, you.
Sakura is such a dork.
By the way, you can use moves like Crack Shoot to aim for overhead platforms, so they have some utility to them.
Crap, shoot!
I kept her in check. Phew, that was close. Looks like that fire bar didn't work out for her.
Haremoto.
It's getting brutal. The intensity is close to 8.
So,
You could say
fellas,
the opposing
when's
team
Terry
is comprised
coming
of
out?
heroes from different companies. Sonic and Terry are on the stage. Actually, Sonic and Terry were both created in '91, so they're the same age. And the next year, in '92, Kirby was born.
he said
Everyone's
goodbye.
getting old. But they're still on active duty.
Goodbye.
実はこの下の方
You know, it's easier to fight on sloped ground. When using Crack Shoot, it's especially easy
Crack
going
shoot.
uphill. Yikes.
これは
It's too soon to be taking this much damage. I started out with 150 HP, so I feel like I'm losing. Next, Mega Man.
I feel
He was
like I'm
born
going to
in
be able to
87.
camp him out with
The
Belmont,
first
so
Street
it's not
Fighter
going to
came
be
out
too
in
much of a problem.
87 as well, so that makes Ryu the same age. That was bad.
Bruh.
Don't go off screen. Ah, he went off. I'm
Bruh.
sorry. And now,
Who said I'm
Pac-Man
sorry?
from 1980 is here. Of course, this character was made by Bandai Namco Studios, but when I talk to their team, I'll call him your company's character. They always come back saying, oh yeah, our company's character. I often have these kinds of exchanges with them. Oh, that was close,
Ooh, you can get command grab out of that.
but
okay.
I won't give in until the very end.
Wait, he has this super special.
I've got a
Are
super
you
special.
okay? Bruh.
How was that? Not enough? I see.
Are you okay?
Well, how about now?
There you go.
でもね
It's bad to keep using the same move, seriously. Next, you could call this
I'm gonna
Team
use that
Darkness.
voice clip.
ギースに勝利が流れて
It's 45
With the
minutes
track Soy
because
Sauce for Geese,
we
playing
watched
on the
Sakurai
rooftop,
play
it's
through
got the
classic
aura
mode.
of a final showdown. Oh, not good.
My time is slowly slipping away.
Up next is Ganondorf. I don't want to get hit by him, not even once. He's huge. Yikes. You can't take things lightly in moments like this one.
I think
That was a bad move.
I wonder if he has any kill throws.
Alright, can I do this without getting hit? Now for a scary one, Bayonetta.
Not really, not anymore.
Yep, I'm giving this everything I've got. Oh, that was just dangerous.
That was just dangerous.
Pulling off that midair jump was risky.
I love her Japanese voice. Oh my god.
She's so good. That was a beautiful move. But she couldn't take advantage of that opportunity. That will cost her a lot.
Oh.
さあ
Time for the final battle. It's not Master Hand, but Ryu, Ken,
Oh.
and then Terry.
On
Art
God.
of Fighting version 230000000.0 is playing. In other words, it's kind of a themed fight.
強いから
He's super strong, so I have to work hard.
Terry taunt. Oh no, Toxic, he does that. Are you
not
okay
fishing this
for
out
one of his
very well.
moves? I don't know if you saw.
I'm starting from 150 HP, so I wish I defeated Ryu before my HP dropped to 100. But I can't give up until the end.
Wait, Terry and
Super
Ken, there it
special
is. There it is. We did it.
But Terry is last, so he can use the same super special move. But this is no time for chit chat.
Oh motherfucker.
It's really tough doing this while talking. Oh no!
There we go. Ken did it.
This is no good. Got it! It gets even tougher from here.
Crap, shoot! Master Hand's gonna appear.
I messed up a perfect shield. Here he comes. I gotta be on guard.
Nice.
Yeah, but with a power wave?
He
If I
can't
could've
be
pulled off the
happy.
super special move, that would have been awesome. But, alright, did I make it to intensity 9.9? Yes, I did. That was hard work.
Incredible.
いやー
Now do the credits.
Terry Bogard is really fun to play as, so I hope you enjoy playing as him in such situations.
Alright. Song collection. Here we go.
Next, let's talk about the music. This time we have something very special lined up for
Wasn't I
you.
listening to this?
まあ例えば今回
For instance, When we were deciding which songs to include in this set, we thought about concentrating on songs related to Terry, but there were a lot of big band style songs that didn't really fit the mood of battle. That aside, the music of SNK has always been great, right from the beginning.
Alright.
So this
I'll
time,
believe you.
we selected tracks that could be called SNK style. Basically, we expanded the selection a bit to include series outside of just Fatal Fury and the King of Fighters. SNK songs have always been great, really. This was true before Neo Geo, and all the way from the old The King of Fighters games to the arrangements in the latest installment, The King of Fighters 14. We did a lot of digging around, and finally managed to narrow our many candidates down to 50 songs.
What?
選んでしまったんですね。それで、
We never intended to do something like this, of course. So
Okay.
we submitted our 50 proposals
I mean, you
to
got 34
SNK,
Castlevania
expecting
songs,
them
so.
to pick out maybe 10 or 20 that they considered acceptable. But they told us they were okay.
言ってくれたんですね。というわけで、
As a result, we've pretty much
What?
added in 50 songs.
実装されています。
Have a
Alright.
look at the list.
Okay. God.
That's how we ended up with the list we
Fucking
have, but we
bless.
worked hard to deliver some of the best remixes.
Wow.
This was a very special one-off case, and I don't think we'll be able to do the same for other series. To be honest, I think that being able to hear such a selection might make the Fighter's Pass worth quite a bit more than its price.
Alright. Wow.
ぐらいですね。ぜひ
I do hope you'll enjoy it. Challenger Pack 4 comes with a Spirit board too.
Are you gonna play through
The
that?
Spirit board can be selected via the Spirits menu. Have a look at the background. If it looks familiar to you, you'll start feeling pretty nostalgic. Shinkiro-san's artwork is always so nice and vibrant, isn't it? You can also look forward to mock tournaments featuring each of the characters. That old school Athena and Ralph and Clark artwork really is something. Now for the Mii Fighters. Please have a look.
Oh boy. Okay. Hold on. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Oh, there she is. I was wondering. Yeah. Ooh, this song. What? Wait, this song smacks. What? Art of fighting. Alright. It's the shit out of you. Okay. Okay. Wait, is this... There he is. What's Gucci? Okay. Okay. Virtual Fighter. Oh, is this Jackie? Yeah. Or Akira and Jackie, yeah? Oh, it's just Akira, okay. There he is, Jackie Bryant, let's go. Hey. Okay, that's it? Okay. Alright. Alright, alright. Okay. My heart always stops with these. It's cool how there's also Virtua Fighter now. So we got that Sega fighting game. Where's Heihachi?
SNK was also involved with the Mii Fighter set this time, so it has a strong fighting game influence. It borrows a lot from the series Nakoruru comes from, like her wind slash attack, so I hope you'll enjoy those little details.
次にアミーボです
Moving on to Amiibo, here's the new lineup.
There he is, Simon! Crack the
Simon,
whip, let's go.
Tom, and Incineroar. Each of these will be released
I like
on
all these
Friday,
characters.
November 15th.
November 15th. I have to remember that. Ooh.
次に
Next, let's discuss the details of the updates. We've made some improvements to battle arenas.
Oh?
First, we're making it so you can send messages to each other in
Oh,
a battle arena.
no.
The
I was
messages are
wondering,
preset.
because that's like a chat
So
room.
there's that, and also, the player who created the arena can now change the rules. We've also added the option to play either Battlefield form or Omega form at random in the stage settings.
Yes!
その他
Aside from that, you can now pick Elite only as an
Yes!
arena type. Furthermore,
Yes!
quick play won't be the only way to play with people you don't know.
Oh, good.
As long as the arena type is set to public and no password is set, we've
That
made it so anyone
is
is now free to
Fucking
join.
phenomenal.
So I
Thank
hope you'll
God.
enjoy that.
Why wasn't that a
Terry
thing
is due
before?
for distribution on November 6th.
Here we go
If you have the Fighter's
today.
Pass, you'll be able to get him straight away, or you can purchase him separately.
Today.
Well, I think that wraps it up for our Terry Bogard showcase.
I
I hope we were able to convey his appeal. By the way, his reveal trailer was aired in advance. It was created using SNK pixel art.
yes, sir.
The complete version of it, including the gameplay portion, is finally ready.
Ooh.
I'd like to show it to you after this.
Yes, please.
Now this is something of an inside story, but I of course wrote the plot for SNK's pixel art packed reveal trailer. When the invitation comes out, you might recall how it says, "Don't be late, S."
Sakura.
That is not what I wrote.
Oh.
It makes me think, ugh, this is why I hate inside jokes. After leaving it to the staff, it snuck its way in there.
Wow.
I just want you to know that the S is also the Super Smash Bros. Series
That's
S.
so funny.
Well then, let's move on to the intro.
That is so funny. Why didn't you start with this? You could have been like, yo, here's the complete trailer and I... So, bros. Yeah. And then Scorpion comes out. This song is gonna smack. Hold on. I heard that in the meeting. Hey, Yori. I love that laugh. I don't know why. You got it, bros.
Hey, come on!
It's red now. Here he is. Raising Teku. How away?
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Hey, come on, come on!
Hey, it is Kirby. It's a football stadium. This is a sick final smash. God damn.
Terry, win! Okay!
GG Sakurai. That's it. So he coming out today. Oh,
We crammed in a little too much content this time.
yeah.
Hopefully, I'll be able to make future showcases a little shorter.
Please. Is that how he's ending it? That's just how he ended it? He really just fucking said sorry for making it long, guys. Oh my god. That did not. Oh my god. He didn't even say, yo, thanks. He was just like, sorry for making this long. Oh my god. Well, I don't know when he's coming out. Should be coming out later today. Maybe now. That'd be cool. it was only Terry. So all that discussion about fucking World of Light 2. We're not getting Street Smash 2, guys. It's done. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and head out. I need some fucking food. I might order something. Yeah. Alright guys, y'all have fun at school or whatever. I'm gonna contemplate why that was 45 minutes. And then Sakurai apologizing. Anyway, y'all have a good one. I'll talk to y'all later.